Alright, make sure everything's going cool. My name is Sean Battle. The reason I'm announcing this is because I usually broadcast to either my music station or politics and news. They don't have a religion or philosophy, so this one with all the stuff that's going on, I figured it would be fine under science. But if anybody walks in, I want to explain who I am, and why I'm doing this. I just watched a thing about the Big Bang, and we have to change our entire perspective about it. Okay, we just had to change our entire perspective about it because everyone's asking what happened before, which is a very valid question. But it doesn't look at it correctly because it looks at what I call zero station, the birth of God, the start of the universe, for lack of better terms. If you want to believe that the universe exists, let's think about it. Even if there's a multiverse that exists somewhere, it exists inside of a universe, the all-encompassing universe. Inside there's a multiverse. So the universe has to exist somewhere. The universe, in a chaotic pattern, formed us and came together. And we're here, nihilistically wandering around trying to find a purpose, trying to make a purpose. Even if you believe that, the universe created us, and therefore it's our maker. You just don't believe it has a consciousness. I can live with that. But we were created, so therefore, saying you're an atheist is saying that that's basically your religion. Not atheism, but what I just explained. The universe came together. The universe is here. We're all here. We're experiencing each other. There's an internet. There's tables and tangible shit, flesh, tears, all that stuff. But what created us has no consciousness. I can deal with that. But the other part is just bullshit because they're always in people's faces as much as the Christians that they hate. So bad for being in your face, Bible thumping. They're science book thumping. At every chance they can get, really. I've never once met an atheist who didn't make it fucking well known. In some way or another. When someone says, God bless you, they have to chime in. Well, not Satan bless you. I don't know, as an atheist, I just think we could just do other things. And this is going to be ridiculous and wishing spells upon people. Why not giraffe bless you? I think I'm going to say that from now on, giraffe bless you. It'll do just as much good. You aren't casting out spirits or anything like that. Well, those little bacteria are alive, so you are kind of casting out spirits. You meant demons and devils. But if they're there to torment you and ravage your body and destroy your body and take your body and damage it for themselves, leave you kind of sick, hard to breathe, lesions on your skin, that sounds pretty evil. You didn't do anything to the bacteria, as far as I know. Like, you can't poke him with a stick and fuck you, bacteria. You might have been exposed to it, a tapeworm or something like that. That's a living creature. That would have a spirit and a soul. Because it has a plan. It has wants. It wants food. Otherwise, it would just be a worm. But it sticks to you, and it eats your food, making you skinny. So it does nothing but sit in your gut, lining your gut, getting bigger and bigger, and not letting you eat. What's that, some kind of demonic torture device? If I was if I was gonna be like a sick, cruel ruler and had a oubliette, I'd make sure to throw them food all the time. But I'd make sure before they went down, it had tapeworms in it, and then just constantly and then they eat all the time and just cannot. That's a perfect kind of starvation, demonic kind of shit, right? Is it a good thing to attack the brain? So, RFK, like a fucking robot that is dying. I don't want my health guy to sound like that. I don't want my health guy to look at roadkill and think yum, sewage, and go swim time. Bring the grandkids. I don't want that. I'll pass. Whatever he recommends, it's a hard no. You have a fucking, for all I know, they removed the worm. No, it's dead. How do you know it's dead? How do you know it's not just sitting there and like wakes up every now and goes, and just fills up and keeps getting bigger and bigger? It was a little tiny worm, obviously. I don't think it went in that size. So it might only need this much food, and it's just eating and eating and eating until it gets bigger. Whatever the size is, the maximum size, it's crammed full, and there's probably no room. It's not like it's eating and there's like a whole cavity, and the worm's just like bouncing around inside there having a party. It's probably smushed right up in there, you know what I mean? Like between this, where he's been eating out, hollowing out this little fucking thing around his body. All I have to do is just go. I mean, if you were just sitting here and there's like a sandwich, all you have to do is go. Fuck. I'm just gonna take a nap. Oh, fucking sandwich. I'm still. Brain sandwich. I do love brain sandwich. Is it dead? His behavior does suggest that it's just getting started. He prayed to God every day that they'd come up with that he would get a chance to work with the health department. While you're at it, why didn't you pray to God that he gets that fucking some kind of cure for whatever happened to you? Yeshua could easily come visit you. He ain't dead. He was handed over all things. God handed him over all things. When he was resurrected, brought to heaven. Old heaven. So the universe, we gotta stop thinking of it even as a timeline. Think of it as almost a conundrum, a problem that has a very interesting solution. There was no bang, but from infinitely small, micro equals meso equals macro equals infinite unconditional scalability. Go down to beyond nothing, negative nothing. So little nothing that starts to become something. So our timeline goes from infinite nothing to infinite something. And the negative inverse timeline of that is going from starting in reverse, the negative, like you got a sine wave going, you got the zero right here. The sine wave is going this way through it, but it's phasing itself out. Yeah? For every positive thing it does a negative thing. For every negative thing, it does a positive thing until they touch and... Yeah, okay, so... Going from infinitely small to infinitely large. Theirs goes from infinitely large to infinitely small. And the way they cover being infinitely large, because our infinitely large is going infinitely large, it's constantly feeding infinitely. And this one's coming from that. Constantly feeding infinitely large to infinitely small. And infinitely small can't get stuff pushed in there forever So it comes out our side, infinitely small. There's a flip in there somehow. How? I don't know. Some form of black hole, some kind of you know what I mean? I don't know. I couldn't explain that other than for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So creating a universe would mean destroying a universe. There's no universe to destroy. The one you just created. So I gotta create it and I gotta destroy it. Basically, if you ever want to live. It'll constantly be feeding the other timeline. The other timeline will constantly be feeding this. Entropy gets phased out. Fuck, that'd work. Yeah, because it's constantly going infinity and they're constantly going small. When the Big Bang, what I call zero station, happened, time went that way and also went negative. We can't go that way because that's time travel. We can't. Information can. Energy can, because energy's been around forever. Your consciousness that's known as you has only been around since your birthday. Your skin, that suit that you're wearing, it can go on from that point on forever, but it was created. Thereby proving you're not the creator. You're created in the system just like all of us. The only one who wasn't was the creator. Why hasn't he shown himself? Fuck you. He doesn't want to. Why doesn't he why doesn't he be like you and sign everything he's done? He actually kind of did. If you look at the skeleton of all the animals, the organs, the plants, the fish with their little hands right here on the side for their things. He signed all of it. You just don't know how to recognize art. He signed every single sunset you ever seen. And every fucking morning and sunrise and eclipse. He signed every single one. You just call it ooh or ah. That was amazing. Well, his ways are greater than our ways. So that would be amazing. But I mean, another thing would be like, I don't know how you keep doing it, dude. You keep fucking impressing the shit out of me. I have no idea how you keep doing it. It's unreal. But yeah, it's just, I mean, especially when I hear people they're frustratingly going over, and it frustrates me, the same old dead end of string theories and M theory and all these other things. Well, here's an M theory. M equals EC squared. You have the right factors. Mass is energy moving at twice the speed of light. If you had a piece of energy moving between here and here, twice the speed of light, but that was its predetermined like DNA structure of where it's going to move. How would it feel? Twice the speed of light. Where would it get the speed? It's energy. It can draw from the actual universe itself. It can draw from that infinite expansion and or the infinite small. Where do black holes get their power to suck everything in? Their existence? Well, yeah, that's your gravitation, but where do they get the gravity? Why are they doing that? Why aren't we pulling things in like that? That's some Force shit. That's some Luke and Yoda shit. Come here. And just come to you. So if that force exists out there in the universe, why couldn't I harness it? telekinesis, telepathy. What was that? Um, I always can't remember. I can never can remember it. Astral projection. I think I'm always trying to think of a tele. I guess it'd be teleprojection, but I guess I don't know. Nikola Tesla said when science starts studying, well, it's not unnatural, something like that. It's a phenomenon besides what they know. They'll discover more in 10 years than they've in the whole time. This is the guy that invented most of the stuff we're using now. His inventions were stolen from him. Marconi did not invent the radio. Tesla did. It was stolen from him. Remote control. Wireless energy. All the things we want, he was doing. He died penniless. You know why? He was stupid enough to move to America. If he had stayed back home in Serbia, more of a communistic society, they'd been hailing him as a genius who brought them fucking free electricity, meaning that people probably wouldn't have to work quite as hard anymore because they could start making manufacturing gear and stuff. Will they sell it to us? I don't know. You guys can continue to be fucking dicks about how you're the best. Because you're not. If you were, you would have listened to Nikola Tesla and had free energy, but you had too much gold to making them their heels. Just like now. That's what the big thing about this. Donald Trump is pushing for fossil fuels, polluting energy. Every other country is working on green energy. Okay, boomer. Okay, granddad. Still got the gasoline. Okay. Well, those things, that was the old days. Now they put some thought into it and actually worked on it, which they should have done in the 70s and 80s. But you guys put a stop to that by demonizing it. The Green New Deal, everything, every push to do environmental. These fucking people, God would not make it where we could hurt the planet. Yes, he would. If you can hurt your stupid self, you can hurt your home. You stupid idiot. But you got too much money to make, don't you? So you got a vested interest in making people believe there's no cancer in cigarettes, no damage in drilling, only benefits. And this will never run out, even though we know it's going to run out at some point in time. Even though some other countries are moving on to electricity that's made from other things. Solar, fucking fusion. The fact that we've had these things and the American government has buried it. Toroidal energy and other things like they're coming out with it now. Basically, it's a way to separate the hydrogen from the water. With this invention, the guy showed he could pull over to the side of the road, take water out of the ditch, just green water, pour it right in the tank. Keep on driving. Because it splits the water into hydrogen and oxygen. When it burns, it merges the oxygen and the hydrogen. The end result is water. Water comes out the backside and drips out the back. If you had a collection thing, you could collect that water, put it back in the fucking tank. You wouldn't get as much back. It would be a just dimming return, but even then you extend your... Who knows how much? Well, he demonstrated it was working. Everything was going fine. The government said they wanted to buy it from him. $10 million. They bought it. They met him for lunch. He died of an allergic reaction that day. At lunch. The government took the project, since they already paid for it, and buried it. Along with other toroidal energy machines. At least that's my understanding. And I totally believe it with people like J.P. Morgan and what they've recorded happening to Nikola Tesla. His laboratory being burned down, trying to destroy all of his notes. Died penniless, even though a lot of his ideas are being used right now. Even though he made quotes like, "It doesn't bother me that they steal my ideas. It bothers me that they don't have any of their own." And, oh God, what was the other one? Something about the present. Basically, kind of, they robbed me of the present, but the future for which I truly worked is mine. Here we are, using this stuff. You probably knew by running through this stuff, this is the only way to go. Look how far we are behind from Tesla. If we would let him go, look how far we'd be forward. But money. We can start now. No, we can't. Because those people are still here. Those people still want their money. They still want to cut. So we don't cure any diseases anymore. That's why they got mad and burned down that doctor who released the polio vaccine for free. They burned his shit down. They were not happy about that. They lost a whole fuck ton. You know, this was attacking children. You know how much money people would pay to keep their child safe? And you fucked us. This is the perfect thing, man. Infecting children. God damn, do you know how much money they'll pay to keep your child alive, even though it's going to die eventually? Holy shit, the stupidity of you fucking people that just... We gotta make it live for another fucking 30 years so we can die in misery. Or die in a car wreck, or, you know, some other kind of... Because God knows if we get over this hurdle, there will never be anything else to happen. There'll be a serial killer victim. There'll be hit by a car. Drunk accident. Either party, the driver, or, you know, getting driven into. Committing suicide from being just so fucking sad. On and on. Taking too much potassium. Hooked on drugs. We act like just because the life comes into that it's all fucking roses after that. Just like that kid that they made sure they feel so good and pat themselves on the back for making that mother stay on life support until the child is born. And they made sure the child is born, and then they fuck off. And then the person comes back in like a few years like, I need some help with this. And like, and you shouldn't have had a baby. Right. The mom died and you made, oh, so this is my fault that you had sex with your wife. No, but you kept it, so it's our fault that she was in an accident. No, but what are you trying to say here? Take some responsibility for what you did. Go get a fucking job, man. Put the kid in babysitting where he can fucking get molested by somebody. Don't get it. Don't fuck you. Reconnection successful. So we dropped out there. I don't know where we left off, but I think we're talking about Afro Sheen and how big my hair used to get. It was like this. And then I started going bald here. And yeah, it's like all bald right here. And so now it's like this big microphone thing like this. Except you can imagine the microphone poking through right here. It's like it does no good at all. And so, like, I mean, I've tried everything. Electrocution. I've tried massaging the scalp. Tried tickling my feet. Slipping on banana peels. Nothing works. Nothing works. Shower with tomato juice, but that was for a skunk. I smelled nice. If you like tomatoes. I don't like tomatoes. So it wasn't nice at all. It didn't even have any, like, seasoning in it. It's gross. So, I think what we were talking about was musicians' friends, like guitar slides. You can't buy happiness. You can buy everything else but. So Nathan McIntosh said today. Everything else is up for sale. Fucking gross. You can buy people if you have the right amount of money. I was working with this guy. He was a mixer named Paul. And I was kind of going to like loosely through the idea of like it's going to be a nonprofit KIND. It's going to be a nonprofit radio station. I'm going to try and get this thing up and running. This is before I released my last album. Pardon me for the burp. So, Boxville Death. Before I released that, so like 2023. So I don't know. It's been a while. But he's like, yeah, the problem is when someone steps up and, wants to buy it. And like, that's the thing. It's like, each one is kind of individual. Everyone has their own. So you can't buy it. And he's like, you mean if someone came up to you for like, with $2 billion? No. You wouldn't know. Like the Joker, I can't be bought, bullied, or bargained with, man. He has nothing I want. Nobody has anything I want. Matter of fact, them fucking wanting me to take the money. It's all the more reason why I want to fucking do it. That's exactly why I want to do it. So they don't get it. They want the money. They wanted the money back so bad. They want to give me $2 billion. As I told him, I'd be on my deathbed. One of my last words I'd say would probably be laughing hysterically. They fucking offered me $2 billion. I told him to go fuck himself. And then die. I told him to go fuck himself. $2 billion. Suck my KIN dick. You shit yourself. One of the last things you do. They don't tell you that. So fast. If you know you're going to die, or while you're a ghost, just leaving your body, take the underwear. Take it with you. Give yourself a good wipe on the backside. You're going to be in a hurry to get out of there. I've seen the photos when the ghost is like leaving out. You're going to be in a hurry. Grab the underwear. You're going to be embarrassed. It's your funeral. I can't tell you what to do. I'm just trying to, you're the one that's going to be embarrassed. Your dead body's going to be there. You're not going to be there, and you're going to be covered in fecal matter. No, they don't wash you when you die. They just put the suit on you. Put some makeup on your face. What weird traditions we have. I don't think animals bury their dead. Probably because they don't have the shovels. You think? But also, there's no real need, because like the scavengers come and clean it up. And I would love to do that, but apparently we can't do that because we got so many pollutants in our body from the foods and shit we eat that will leak into the system, to groundwaters and shit. I don't know if that's true or not, but I know they make this fungal bag. It could just be a way to like, no, you're contaminated and you have to pay us $5,000 for a headstone and $4,000 for a burial plot that will dig you up eventually and put someone else in there. Don't worry, you and your family will be dead. We need the space, so we'll dig the thing up, because everybody wants to be buried close, you know what I mean? So if we make them have to, like, we could either buy another plot of land to bury them, reduce, reuse, recycle, yeah. You want to go green, right? Good, because we're going to use your casket, too. That's why we're glad we sold you that extra water treatment. No damage to it. Pull it out, buff it up. After a good clean over, back on the shelf on the floor. This is the super deluxe model. You want your dad to sleep in peace, right? Yeah, throw him in a fucking cardboard box. It's all right. I mean, this is your dad. Right, not my father. Father's in heaven. Throw him in a fucking box. Why are we still talking? You didn't grow up with a fucker. Throw him in a box. I'd actually like to read a fucking honest eulogy at my dad's funeral. I'm sure people come up there and say like all the nice things. Well, he's resting well now. He's probably on his way to heaven. Hi, you guys might not know me. I'm Herbert's youngest son. You probably want a peaceful thing, but so do I. See, I'm living, and I deserve peace. So, I'm going to do this real quick. We got that. Joke to lighten the mood a little bit. That did not go well. More grievances. Grievances. It's a poem. Okay. And that's it. We're good to go. I'm good to go. Oh, come on. It wasn't that bad. Why are you guys looking like somebody just shot him again or something? Oh, you didn't know that about Herb? Well, you probably had to grow up with him and be thrown through a bookshelf to know him. You know, you get thrown through a bookshelf for doing what he told you to do, standing up to your brother, not letting him push you around. You gotta stand up for yourself, be a man. My brother's trying to wear one of my shirts. I told him you couldn't fucking do it. He's trying to walk around me. I'm like, you're not getting out of here with that fucking shirt. I can't wear your shit, you can't wear mine. And he's trying to like whatever. I'm like, no. If I took it off and threw it at me and hit me in the face, I'm like, yeah, I was just about to go tell my dad, and I bump into him because he's in the fucking thing. He wants us not to fight. Picks me off the ground, throws me through this fucking bookshelf. What's going on in here? I was like, I told him to not wear my shirt. Didn't say he's sorry. He tells me to clean that shit up and walks out. Throw him in a fucking box. Threw my mom down a flight of stairs when I was 5. Throw him in a fucking box. One of my very first memories. Fucking piece of shit, man. But, yeah. That's been bothering me for a while. Much better. It feels like at ease. I don't like the light. I'm in my college dorm. I'd keep it like this or darker. People would walk in like, fucking, what time is it? It's just fucking 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Fuck, man. What? You don't have to stay, dude. I'm fine here without you. I'll be going out tonight. No, I don't go out, man. I don't go out. Oh, fuck that, dude. For class, sure, but other than that, no. Yeah, I used to walk down to like this bar called Cell Block. It's really cool. It's like this industrial bar. Like when bands played, it would be pretty packed, but like Monday through, whatever, when there's nobody, it was really dead. And so we just had like this bar all to ourselves. And me and the bass player and the drummer, we'd play there. But the drummer was too young to get in. Me and the bass player would go down there and just hang out. And they had a checkerboard floor. And I was telling them that they needed to get different color shot glasses and like do chess. And then I came back and they sectioned off a floor, outside of the floor. I'm like, no fucking way. And they're like, yeah. And the different color shot glasses, like we can't play. We can play checkers, we can't play chess because there's no way to denote which ones are which. That's fucking great, man. Because we were fucking high. I was fucking high as shit. High as shit, drunk as fuck, walking. Like, you guys put in a goddamn chessboard. That's fucking, oh. It's like walking in. Norm, hey, I'm home. I'm home. I remember I was at the bar one time. I was just fucked up trying to walk around, and I'm just looking around. I happened like like in the movies, like when like you kind of look at the bar and like the people kind of part out of the way, and there's the bartender, or what I mean, or whatever's behind them. That happened. The bartender is this dude who works there, and I know him, but there's people walking by. I happen to look over in that direction, and like they clear out of the way, and he's just looking straight forward at me. And I'm like, he does this. He goes, it was a shot glass. So I start walking to the thing. I'm like, what is it? What the fuck is that? Do you want it? I don't know what it is, man. It's the bar goo, isn't it? Do you want it? Can I smell it? Yeah. And then old Scott Seifert. It's a double shot. Chug it, man, chug it. And people started chanting it. I've been known to fucking slam back, but this was fucking tequila. A very strong tequila. Double shot. Slam back. I'm like, fucking tequila, dude? He's like, and they're like, all right, dude. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go out and have a cigarette. Fucking threw up all. Dude, that shit right up. On my birthday, I got a free fuck me, which was their like 15 or something like that shots of schnapps in a big fishbowl glass. It was like, fuck, I think $5 if you could finish it all at one. But it was like 15 if you couldn't. And I got a free one. So I just nursed on that fucking thing. It was so it was like every flavor schnapps, dude. Peppermint, licorice, fucking just it was just all in there. So you're like, that's kind of, no, oh, no. You just don't know how to feel. I worked at this Mexican restaurant called Trejo's. I was a busboy, and they had like the chips, you could bring their table chips, and they had this house dressing. I still believe this is some kind of weird new element for the periodic table, seriously, because it was very much the same way, except it was very, very predictable. It wouldn't be like good, bad, good, bad, bad, good. This was like, you take a dip and like, oh fuck, why do I eat this shit? Because it's fucking really good. Oh, it's fucking shit. You know what I mean? Each bite it would just swap between the two. I'm like, how is it so fucking good and so fucking bad? And you don't know what, you know what I mean? You know what's coming next. And you're just like, oh, but it's so good when it's good. It was really it was like, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand it. It was this weird, like, orangish kind of like almost Thousand Island color. Didn't taste nothing like Thousand Island, though. It was the most bizarre flavor in the fucking I've ever had in my life. That schnapps was just like not even confusing. It's just like you had too much flavors, and it was just kind of overwhelming the senses because some of the schnapps would be tasting fine, and some would be just like fucking, why, why? And then they mix together, and you just why? Peppermint, that's bad. Cinnamon. Wow, what the fuck was that? Cinnamon straw? What the fuck was that? Again, it's more confusing than anything else. This was like upsettingly good and frustratingly bad from bite to bite. It was absolutely insane because like I wanted to stop. I'd eat the chips like pretty much every day. Because, I mean, you just, sometimes you're just sitting around and got shit to do, and they got this big chip warmer thing. You're running around and shit. It's just easy to grab a chip and put it in the fucking tip. And, I forgot. Yeah, the last one was good. Shit. Well, this next one's gonna be good. You know, that's exactly what you do. The next one's gonna taste good. And like, yeah, I can't live on that. That's gonna be, that was really good. Ah, shit. And I can't leave on that because that's fucking garbage. There you go. That's a good one. All right. If I could just get one more good one, I'd fucking be all right. And just quit well in my head. So you start the next time. Fuck. Why do I eat this shit? Oh, because right, it's good. It's good. Oh, fuck. I gotta stop this shit. You know what I always hated? It was fucking... Is it cocktail sauce? Oh, because it looks like it'd be tasting so good. I like ketchup. It looks like it'd be some kind of like really fancy kind of ketchup for shrimp, you know? And it's just garbage. But every like 4 or 5 years, my throat keeps like... Every 4 or 5 years in the past, I gave that shit up. I'd try it again. Like it's gonna get better, you know? We would have some shrimp or something like that, like, and one of the family members having like a, Christmas football type thing, you know what I mean? Whatever. And they got some shrimp and some cocktail sauce. And I'm like, fuck, it looks really good. Never fucking tastes good. And the last one was like, that's it. That's it. It's not a different brand. There's nothing that's gonna save this shit. Horseradish was saved by the zesty sauce. Thank God for zesty sauce at fucking Burger King is horseradishes. What? Even the name. Horse radish. It's like that one, the rapeseed. Like, dude, that's rapeseed. Because the other one's called grape. Other name for it is grapeseed. Here's a question. Why'd you call it rapeseed or rapeseed? As soon as the word rape came into the lexicon, like, okay, we need to change rapeseed. We're going to have problems. Grape works. Seed. Probably not. How did she get his name? Like Plano, Texas. Plano. Where they crossing across Texas and like, this is a good place to settle, man. What do you think we should call it, Bubba? We should call it Plano, Texas. I like that. Plano, Texas. Yeah, just Texas. Oh, shit. You thinking Texas, Texas? Yeah. I thought you meant like Plano. Like, yeah, that's what I meant. I was gonna say, man, because that's too much Texas. I love Texas, but that's just too much. We're gonna get big inside the big. I mean, we're gonna get some kind of fucking time warp thing going. Bill and Ted gonna show up for too long. That ain't gonna be excellent. Then we got some long-haired hippie people around here. Next thing you know, it's anarchy. People being excellent to each other. Who wants that shit? I tell you who wants to be excellent. Jesus Christ. And I'll shoot you in the face if you say anything else about him. Got my license right here to carry and pack and shoot you right in the fucking face. It's my get out of commandments free card. God doesn't take them. Where'd my cash go? No, I'll pay for a car. Dude sold me that. Also sold me the plot of land. He says he is. Oh, stolen property. Come on now. That wouldn't hold up in a court of law. A court of American law. A real court of law. Court of justice. Holds up every time. You just need a fair judge who's not looking at it for like, well, I do kind of like my new house on that lakefront property. I mean, I see what they're saying, but is there perhaps a conquest in, could you write one quickly? Because they don't know. If I don't know, they definitely don't know. And I'll cite it as being old. Yeah, it says Marbury versus Madison in 19... Fuck off. In a legal system based on precedent, Donald Trump stands wholly unprecedented. So, they must get this exactly right. So that when they make a law, everyone will understand exactly why every president must disclose 10 years of taxes. Then don't run for the office. You must pass a psychological exam. Then don't run for office. You must be between 35 and 60 years old. You've aged out for running for office. Then we don't have to worry about that whole thing. And then we can tell if someone's got cognitive, yeah, he's having cognitive decline. Well, because when he got up there, have you ever heard George Bush before and after being president? Like somebody fucking sucked his brain out during his presidency. Before, he's rather fucking well-spoken. When he gets in the office, and they're not allowed to practice their love. Come on, mission accomplished. What more is there to say? Now watch me hit this golf swing. And he stops and he's like, well, I mean, my time, I decided to become a painter. What? Yeah, I paint. It's not great, but it ain't bad. For you, for a you, that's not bad. You guys don't have enough of a soul to actually put stuff together like that. Did you get one? Did you find? Oh, when they threatened to kill you, you realize you were on the wrong team. Right, that does it to you. Like, I'm sure you asked Mike Pence, he'll probably tell you. It makes you see, it clears the cobwebs out of the head. Like, but I'm on your team. Like, yeah, I mean, can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs. But like, yeah, but I'm a rather important omelet. Not to me, you're not. Especially since you didn't want to back the whole omelet agenda. Oh, they're not outside for me. He put the mob on his own vice president because the vice president would not break the Constitution. Even after the insurrection of January 6th, some of the senators withdrew their protests. Other ones kept going. As if they didn't run scared out of that fucking building, not knowing if those people were going to come in and kill them too. You didn't see Josh Hawley walking calmly. He ran. They were all scared, with reason. Ashley Babbitt was just one of the stupid fucking cunts coming through that goddamn window. Her death probably stopped all the other ones like, okay, yeah, they're serious. I thought for sure they wouldn't pop one of us, but no. Nobody else went through that door. She's not a victim. Anyone else could have gone through that door also. They heard pop, pop, and watched her drop. I'm not that mad. Okay, guys, we need to back up. Okay, we're crowding this door way too much. We gotta back up. Well, because I'm right in his, I can see the guy with the gun, and I need to not see him. Can you guys just back it up? Just back it up. I watched the videos. It's like a tour. Yeah, after they tore everything down, after they destroyed everything outside, after they started hurting and beating cops. When they're inside and they didn't know what the fuck to do. When they had won the day and their big plan had come to fruition and all of them were inside the building. No plan. No leader. No direction. Just sat there. One guy repels from the thing because, you know, he bought all the gear, so he's got to repel with zip ties. You sure he's not the Antichrist? Because I've never seen you guys act this way for a president before. Ever. I mean, it's very desperate for you guys. It's vitally desperate that you get him in office. Then you got him. I guess you're still pretending that you like what you see. Don't worry, the veil will be lifted very soon. I mean, it is. Possibility and reality will marry. It can be anything. Possibility. Reality is it can't be everything and doing. You know what I mean? If it's doing everything, it's not doing anything. So reality says, hey man, come here, I'll give you a direction. You can do anything, and I've got ideas. It's going to work out. First thing we need to do now is flush out all these other quantum realities, because it's getting confusing. Everybody down there has their own reality from their own filter perspective. So two people can look at a police beating, and one can go, God damn, that's a lot of force. And the other one goes, well, he shouldn't have ran. Too much force is too much force, whether he ran or not. We've got penalties for crimes in this country. And aside for black people, death is not the penalty. For shoplifting, leaving a scene of a crime, burglary, breaking and entering, resisting arrest. These have a lot of fines and penalties and stuff, including jail time, but not death, except in the case of black people. I could go through examples, but I'm not gonna. I don't have the time. I'm gonna wind back to before 1849. Because we still got to go back from there to see when you started fucking them. And 1849 is when not when you stopped. It's when you just changed the rules that there can't be slaves unless they're criminals. So you make them criminals in the public mind. So when you see them working as slaves again, like, God damn, look how that worked out, man. They got free just to get themselves right back in the same position. It's a damn shame. We fought a war to get them out of there. Lazy nothings. Always got to do crime all the time. Why? It doesn't matter if the North is like, they're not criminals. If the South or the Southern people are just like, a majority. It's all it takes is a majority. States' rights and all. Well, the only way we can keep up with China is to have a cheap labor force. We got all these big, huge guys in prison. I think they could do a lot of the lifting. Then some of the, white collar criminals, they could probably handle the programming and stuff. Because that's what you want, criminals handling, you know what I mean? Criminals. Because they're going to give a fuck so much about your shitty product. Or the fact that they can't even afford to buy one of your shitty product. Oh yeah, and who are we going to sell to? The Chinese? They've got their own. And it's way more advanced than anything we'll come up with in the next. Fuck, dude. The American Empire's over. Sorry to anyone who didn't know this, but it's been over. They've been playing a charades game. America has to run up a ton of debt so that China can buy that debt. So their currency, because they're exploding market, which would make them a perfect place to invest money in, thereby causing a lot of shit. But if they buy American debt, which is not stable, then most of their currency is tied up in an unstable situation. Therefore, they don't have that actual money, and then people don't start investing their money into that. They continue to invest in the dollar, which is the most stable currency on the market. And the more people that invest in it, the more stable it becomes. Until people lose faith in it, until Donald Trump comes out and says, fuck everybody on the planet. Okay, so you had another kind of currency that you're talking about? What, hit me with it. What were you talking about? Okay. And those fuck asses, right, not all of them, but 50% that voted for him. Oh, fuck the other ones. Who cares? They're not even a fucking third of our population. You realize that if China decides to attack, they could send a man for every man, woman, and child in America, 360 million, and still have 1 billion people left back at home. That would be wave one. And they can do that 2 more times. And all it would do is be open up housing and shit and opportunity for them. Booming market. You don't get it at all because you've been taught about this American exceptionalism your whole life, and therefore you believe it. Because someone's got a book, and they told you, and now you have a fact in your head, and now you know better than anybody else. Because you got a fact. And those other people around you have that same fact. And everyone doesn't agree with that, hasn't read your book. If they did, they'd know the facts. Oh, that's right, it's not your book, it's someone else's book that told you an idea to think. You agreed with it. That doesn't make it right. People also agree with slavery. People out west, I can't remember what state, still believe in bestiality. And they're still allowed to. Mormons are allowed to believe in polygamy. Not multiple husbands, just multiple wives. Why? Because that'd be a whorish thing to do. I understand it's different when a woman does it. Why? Because my penis doesn't get bigger. So if she has a bigger penis, she won't enjoy mine as much, okay? That's the difference. That's not like a you problem. It is. But if I make it a you problem, I don't have to look at it. I don't have to deal with it at all. Well then, fuck you, this book that I won't let you read says it. Where? What page? Fuck you. It says you should submit to your husband. Never mind the part where it says, and husbands, you should submit to your wives, for your body is not your own. Neither of you, once you get married, her body is not hers, and your body is not. So guys, if your woman says no jerking off, according to God, no jerking off, but then you likewise, well then go put some fucking clothes on. According to, if you want to live by the Bible, both can do that to each other. And not submitting is legal grounds in the Bible for, because you're not adhering to your oath there. I get it, the rules change halfway through. Change my mind. I don't like coffee in the morning. I want tea. That's a very non-thing to worry about. But I'm just, what I'm saying. Change my mind. I hear you, but I understand there's got to be like an adjustment phase. You don't just get to just, yeah, okay. I'm agreeing. As long as there's an adjustment phase, yeah, okay, cool. I'm very agreeable if people can meet me at least somewhere, you know. Show some effort that you're like, yeah, that's fair. That is fair. I can deal with that. Sounds good? Yeah. Let's do that then. Come, let's reason together is what God says in the Bible. That's what I live by. But some people you just can't reach, man. So, you gotta reach them. Oh, Donnie boy. The pipes are calling your face. Big iron pipes. God says he's going to give Yeshua a rod of iron to dash the people into pieces. Does that sound like a very friendly Yeshua? Sorry, Jesus. I forgot how you guys know him. Even though Aramaic didn't have a J sound. The tetragrammaton would be more Yahweh than Jehovah. I'm sure he knows the difference between and why there'd be some confusion. And you're not supposed to use the name in vain anyway, so might be protecting us from our stupid selves. If you look at a calendar, you'll see that Saturday's the 7th day. Sunday's the 1st. So why is everybody going to church on Sunday? The Bible does say, basically, that you just need to take a Sabbath. It doesn't matter what exact day. But for these people that claim to be going on the Sabbath, you're wrong. Besides that, that's the dear day of rest. You shouldn't be going anywhere. You should be resting. Because all 6 days of the week shall you do your work. And all your work should be for the Lord. Fuck a check. Paychecks come and go. God is eternal. You pay him what he's due. First. Then you pay Uncle Sam. Or do you have a better master than God? Money, 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 money. United States money. How many people are willing to trade their fucking immortal soul for a little creature comfort here on earth? Go ahead and do it. That's all the comfort you'll ever have. When you go to sleep, you'll see the black and you'll never see anything else. You'll never have any more consciousness of anything. That contentness of being in the black, of just not thinking, not feeling, not seeing, not speaking. Content, just blackness. Unless perhaps the last thought you had was, oh shit, this is real. Because that can echo in your head, probably. Well, you can't do anything about it. It's still just echoing in between your fucking skull. until the reverberation dies down. I don't know how long it takes for a fucking soul to stop reverberating a fucking sound. We don't want to disturb anybody else. There's people sleeping, for fuck's sake. It is Sheol, after all. Yeah, I gotta finish with that song. I got a song called Sheol. I'm thinking Mike's wanting to do it for like the fourth song for Troth, so I should go ahead and finish that up. Finish my parts up. But I've got a new way of dropping things down. That's pretty dope. I dig it. It's like using the engine of BFD to really harness the MIDI power of that drum kit. It's really cool. Really, really cool. So, and I mean, I can just drop the beats down so fucking fast because it kind of quantizes my performance as it's going down. But even if it doesn't, because there's much smaller beats instead of being the whole song, when I quantize it, I can just quantize like, fucking 4 to 8 bars. Much smaller piece. And then if there is anything that skips off, I can just find it and just, I usually quantize like 30-second notes, so it's like a 30-second note off and just slide it over and it's in the right place, either back or forward. And it's usually like only like 2 or 3 notes like that. Far cry from what I had to do before, so. But yeah, it's songs. The drums and stuff should be a lot tighter, a lot cleaner sounding, without being overly assisted. So yeah, I often don't even turn the strength up on the quantizing past like 50%, just so you can just slide just a few of them. Tighten things up just a little bit. Holy shit, it's been an hour. I was about to say, I think it's only been 30 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and bail out, but I just wanted to come in here and talk about the Big Bang. I never meant for this to be a fucking hour, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, I hope that ketamine makes me shut the fuck up sometime. That'd be pretty cool. Have a good one.